Youniverse brings to you a new series, 3 Things You Need to Know Today. And it's all about how real beings do well-being.
So today, in the first episode, we have our very own Dr. Tanya Bakshi, and she is none other than the founder of Team Youniverse.
Hi, Arjita.
Hi, Tanya. How are you?
I'm super. How are you?
I'm good. Are you ready, Tanya?
Super, Arjita. Never been ready. More ready? Is that the term? Never been more ready.
I think so, yeah. Okay, so the first question which we really wanted to know was, you started Youniverse as a platform to facilitate positive mental health and well-being. Why did you choose this? What difference do you think this organization or communities make, and how do they contribute in a person's journey towards well-being?
When it comes to Youniverse just per se and just understanding what Youniverse has to deliver, we need to understand what we have to give in the world. It's as simple as that. For me, as on a very personal level, I wanted an organization that could benefit the world in whatever way it could. When I started, I did not know how it would look like or what it would look like. And I just know one thing out of whatever we do at Youniverse, to impact the people and provide them with positive mental health tools and techniques. Because I never had that growing up, It only took me, like, my biggest regret, I would say, in school time has been, or my biggest drawback was that, it took me months to realize that I was facing a depressive bout or a depressive episode. It took me months to realize that. Only when I actually realized my symptoms when I was in med school, oh my God, and I was reading about it in med school years after, I realized, oh, this is what I had. It reflected in my grades, it reflected in my personality, my character, everything. And I think that's when it really shook me, because I knew at that point of time, when you're, in your grade 12, in your last year of school, you're very mixed emotions, but it's very difficult for people to understand what you're going through if you're going through a mental health problem. It is very difficult because it takes time for you to understand as well. So, long story short, only then when I knew my symptoms and everything, after one year after that, did I start Youniverse, a platform for people to actually prevent and fill themselves with positive mental health tools and techniques,
And it's only recently that we started talking about mental health, or people are more aware. So I think that's like a step in itself towards a better place here. We still have a long way to go, but with hopefully these organizations like these, I just think people are becoming more aware, and I think I do commend these organizations for playing the little role that they do. So congratulations. I think we have made Youniverse quite a big family today, and I've been a part of this family personally as well. So it's been great so far. So hopefully here's more to come.
Definitely.
Should feelings of anxiety or discomfort around us bother us? And does it bother you? I mean, it's not like you cannot ignore it altogether, but what about you? Personally, how do you take it?
That's a very tough question, because I have to be very vulnerable here, on this platform. And of course, anxiety bothers me. Of course, there's discomfort in not feeling like yourself. I heard this thing where medically I would say that I'm not fit enough in my body. But I just realized, why couldn't I say the same thing for my mind and say I'm not fit enough in my mind today? And I do face discomfort in places people might not. Simple going through Instagram, scrolling through Instagram gives me anxiety, and I will openly admit it. And I have to be on it. I want to be on it, but it gives me so much anxiety and discomfort. Every single day, I combat my negative feelings. And I think it's not just me, Arjita, so many others do. We all do it. Everybody has anxiety triggers. Everybody has discomfort triggers, or uncertainty is the biggest factor right now with COVID. Everybody has that. And me personally, of course, I have that. And I still remember, Arjita, during exam time, my anxiety got so bad that my hands started trembling. And it only took me that incident for me to realize, oh my God, I used to read about this in books, and we tell people about this via Youniverse. We tell people about how to combat this. And now it's on to me, So of course I do. Of course, each one of us do. We all go through it. By the end of it, the only way I've seen it is slowly, steadily realizing what you're going through is the biggest win. Forget about, combating it today. Let's do something for it today. Small steps, avoid your trigger areas, like don't go in the well if you're not comfortable with taking out the water. It's as simple as that. Avoid places that give you negative energy. That's just it. That's just it.
I agree with you here, because especially last 1.5, 2 years since the pandemic started, it has been like downhill for most of us, being like the transition from offline to online, then online to offline, and then offline online again. So it has been like a roller coaster journey nonetheless. It's like a lot of people are talking about, well-being these days, but the journey is not universal for all. Like you said yourself, how do we cater to those differences while advocating or promoting positive mental health? And what do you think is the most important thing the youth needs to know today?
When we talk about positive mental health, it is an absolute crucial need of the society today, tomorrow, every single day. And well-being is not going for retreats. It's not just lighting a candle. It's not just self-care. It's not reading a book. It is what you want it to be. It can be the fact that you wake up in the morning 5 minutes before your wake-up time and take that time out for yourself. It can be saying thank you to all the people who've done so much for you and actually expressing gratitude. It can be as simple as just spending time with yourself. Well-being, billion-dollar industry, but such a simple thing that people cannot grasp even today. Like, that's the biggest question, isn't it? And it's so simple because you need to see what well-being is for you. Don't go scrolling on Instagram and see what other people are doing, regarding well-being. Focus on what you would think is well-being. And I think in regards to your second question, I would say any advice, or the biggest advice to the youth today would be, you can have everything in the world, the best career, the most successful college, university, schooling, friends, family, the most successful Instagram profile, as people say. You can have it all and still not be okay in the mind. You can have it all. That itself, is so big, because it makes you realize that while I was, searching for the big things, my mind needed the small things. While I was searching for the big things to fulfill me in life, I just needed my mind to listen, be calm, and understand what I was going through. It's so simple, Arjita, but it's so neglected in our society today. Understand your mind before you hop into the rat race and understand what everybody wants, See things for yourself first. I think that's the biggest advice I can give. And of course, as the book says, be unique. Comparisonitis is the biggest problem of our society. We love comparing, Arjita. We love comparing. 25-year-olds want to be 16-year-olds. 16-year-olds want to be 30-year-olds. Because the grass is always greener on the other side. But it's just, in reality, it's just another shade of green. So comparisonitis, no more.
And I think I joined Youniverse back in 2019. And my biggest takeaway is what makes me feel better now is actually gratitude. Gratitude is something so small. And I never knew the impact it can have on someone's life until you guys, taught me more about gratitude and what it does. So I get just these small things is what is more fulfilling today than searching for the bigger things in life. So I completely agree with you there. And I hope that people buy more of this book, because I know you put in your hard work, and it's going to, hopefully it's going to be the bestseller. I really hope so. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm glad that these three things helped you. I think it has helped me also to a certain extent. And I hope it will help others as well. And with this, I think we come to an end of our first episode, the end of an interview. But it's not the end of this section that we started. So stay tuned to the Universe channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon, like this video, drop a comment, and just interact with us. We're new on this platform, but we promise that we're going to be there for you in some way or the other. So thank you so much today for thank you so much for taking our today, Tanya, taking our time today, Tanya. And I had a lot to take back, and I hope others do as well. So thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.